It's easy to think that big companies just stumbled onto success. After all, they're some of the largest companies in the world. Their products and services are used by billions of people. And their founders are multi-billionaires. But it wasn't all luck. There's a very specific path to building a thriving business, a path that any entrepreneur can follow. In this video, we break down that path into 3 parts, which we call the 3 pillars of a thriving business: organize, manage, and expand. So grab a pen and paper, because we're about to walk you through each pillar, sharing insights and examples along the way. The first pillar is organization. The truth is that many entrepreneurs skip this step in their rush to get started. They jump into hiring their first employee or launching their first product before establishing a solid foundation. And then they're surprised when things go off the rails. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to bake the perfect chocolate chip cookie. You have the recipe, but now you need the ingredients: flour, sugar, butter, baking soda, chocolate chips. You wouldn't just throw these ingredients into a bowl and hope for the best. You would measure each ingredient precisely because the quantity of each matters. That's exactly what you need to do when organizing your business. You have to measure everything out carefully to ensure the right amount of attention and resources are allocated to each area. And this is where many small businesses stumble. They dive right into things without taking the time to create a detailed plan. They take on too much debt, expand their product line before they've mastered their core offering, or hire employees before they have enough work to keep everyone busy. As a result, they end up spending way more time trying to fix problems than they do growing their business. But what does this actually look like in practice? Here are a few steps you can take to organize your business. First, figure out your revenue streams. How will your business generate income? Will you sell products online, offer consulting services, or create software solutions? Whatever it is, identify and document it clearly. Next, map out your processes. How will each revenue stream be delivered? Will you outsource fulfillment, manage your own customer service, or develop proprietary technology? Again, detail every aspect so you understand exactly how each part fits into the bigger picture. Finally, create a basic org chart. Even if you're a one-person business, it's important to have a basic understanding of the roles needed to run your company. Will you need a social media manager, a content writer, or an accountant? By documenting the roles you'll be better prepared to find the right people and set them up for success. One company that did this really well is Zappos, the online shoe and clothing retailer. From day one, they knew that their customer service was going to be legendary. They wrote down exactly how they would handle customer interactions, including giving employees the authority to make customers happy, no matter the cost. This meant that from the first interaction, customers felt Zappos' commitment to service and knew that they were in good hands. Similarly, Apple's legendary customer experience is a direct result of them taking the time to write down exactly how customer interactions should go. They even created a dedicated customer support team to answer questions about their products. All of this goes to show that no matter what industry you reign or how big your business is, investing time in planning and organization pays off. It creates a roadmap that you and your employees can follow to ensure everyone is working toward the same goal. The second pillar is management. Once you've organized your business, it's time to move on to management, which involves overseeing and directing the activities of your business to achieve its goals. Remember, management is different from organization. Organization is about setting the groundwork and establishing the structure. Management is about keeping that structure running smoothly and efficiently. Think back to being a student in school. You were probably organized. You took notes, turned in your homework, and studied for tests. But were you managed? No. That's the job of your teachers. They made sure that you and your classmates stayed on track to graduate. In the same way, a manager's primary responsibility is to ensure that the organization stays focused on achieving its goals. There are 3 main components to effective management: people, process, and performance. First, let's talk about people. Managing people is one of the most challenging aspects of running a business. It requires patience, empathy, and a deep understanding of human psychology. Great managers don't just delegate tasks. They motivate their teams, celebrate successes, and provide guidance during tough times. They invest time in getting to know their team members, understanding their strengths and weaknesses, and helping them grow both personally and professionally. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He was known for his incredible management skills. He understood how to motivate his team to push themselves and their work to the next level. He was also able to create a sense of community within his teams, which led to some of the most innovative products of all time. Remember, your employees are the ones who will execute your vision. If you want your business to succeed, you need to invest in your people. Provide them with the training and support they need to do their jobs well. Celebrate their successes and help them learn from their failures. Building a positive work environment where employees feel valued and appreciated will lead to better performance and ultimately, greater success for your business. The second component of management is process. Every business owner wants to improve, but often they don't know where to start. This is why process is so important. By analyzing and optimizing your business processes, you can identify areas for improvement and boost efficiency. But how exactly do you do this? Well, it starts with measuring your results. Collect data on key performance indicators like customer acquisition cost, churn rate, and lifetime value. This will give you a clear understanding of how your business is performing and where your strengths and weaknesses lie. Then analyze your data to identify bottlenecks and areas for improvement. Are there processes that are taking longer than they need to? Are there tasks that are being duplicated? Once you've identified areas for improvement, it's time to optimize your processes. Streamline your workflow, automate repetitive tasks, and eliminate unnecessary steps. This will free up your time to focus on more strategic initiatives that will drive your business forward. One company that's been incredibly successful at this is Netflix. They've been able to scale their business globally while maintaining a high level of customer satisfaction by continuously measuring and refining their processes. They use data to inform everything from their content recommendations to their hiring decisions. And they're always looking for ways to improve their customer experience. And finally, we have the third component of management, which is feedback and accountability. Regular feedback is essential to keep your team on track and ensure that everyone is working toward the same goals. This includes both positive feedback to celebrate successes and constructive criticism to address areas for improvement. Establishing a culture of accountability is equally important. This means that everyone on your team knows what is expected of them and that they are responsible for the outcomes of their actions. To cultivate a culture of accountability, set clear goals and expectations, provide regular feedback, and empower your employees to make decisions and take ownership of their work. Overall, remember that management is about making sure that your organization runs smoothly. It's about keeping an eye on the day-to-day operations of your business to ensure that everything is moving in the right direction. Successful management is what allows companies to grow and thrive. And it's a skill that can be learned and improved over time. The third pillar is expansion. Once you have a solid organizational structure and an efficient management system in place, you're ready to focus on expansion. This is where you'll begin to reap the rewards of your hard work and see your business grow and evolve. However, it's important to remember that expansion shouldn't come before organization and management. Trying to expand before you've established a solid foundation is like building a skyscraper on sand. It might look impressive for a moment, but it will inevitably collapse under its own weight. There are 3 key steps to successful expansion. The first is replication. This involves taking what has worked for you in the past and applying it to new situations. It's essentially copying a successful formula. But why is this important? Because replication allows you to scale your business without reinventing the wheel. You've already figured out what works, so why waste time and resources trying to do something new? Take McDonald's, for example. They've built a global empire by replicating their successful restaurant model over and over again. Each McDonald's restaurant follows the same procedures, serving the same menu items and providing the same customer experience. This has allowed them to become one of the most recognizable and successful fast food chains in the world. The key to successful replication is to find a repeatable process that you can rely on. This means documenting your systems and standardizing your procedures so that anyone can follow them and achieve the same results. The next step in the expansion process is leveraging partnerships and acquisitions. By leveraging partnerships, you can tap into someone else's market share, expertise, or resources to help you grow your business. Acquisitions, on the other hand, involve buying out another company to expand your product line, customer base, or geographic reach. Take Amazon, for example. They've acquired dozens of companies over the years, including Whole Foods, Zappos, and Twitch. These acquisitions have helped Amazon expand into new markets, reach new customers, and offer a wider range of products and services. Acquisitions, in particular, can be a great way to grow your business quickly. But it's important to do your homework before buying out another company. You want to make sure that you're paying a fair price and that you can integrate the acquired business into your existing operations smoothly. Finally, the third step in the expansion process is scaling. This is where you take your business to the next level by increasing revenue, market share, and profitability. It's important to note that scaling doesn't mean growing your business at all costs. It's about growing in a sustainable and profitable way. Take Airbnb, for example. They've been able to scale their business globally while maintaining a high level of customer satisfaction by focusing on building a strong brand, providing exceptional customer service, and leveraging technology to streamline their operations. So there you have it, the three pillars of a thriving business: organization, management, and expansion. By following this path, you'll be well on your way to building a successful and enduring enterprise. But remember, this is a journey, not a destination. The key is to continually refine your systems, manage your people effectively, and seek out new opportunities for growth and expansion. Now go and put these principles into action. We can't wait to see what you accomplish. Thank you for watching, and until next time, all the best.